You ever scroll online and just see a bunch of random pictures? Stuff that feels totally disconnected? Well, every now and then, if you look a little closer, those images start to click together. They start to tell a single, really powerful, and honestly pretty surprising story. And today, we're going to pull one of those stories apart, piece by piece. All right, so let's start with a few images that, on their own, might have you scratching your head. Just think of them as the first couple of pieces to a puzzle we're going to solve together. First up, we've got this. Looks kind of like a souvenir, right? But check out what's front and center. Military tanks and a big star decked out in the American flag. The message here is, well, it's immediate and it's not shy about it. It's a celebration of pure military strength. Next, we get this really cryptic message on what looks like an old map. That text is Russian, and you know what it says? The Russian language is dead. Whoa. I mean, that is a stark, very final statement. And for our third puzzle piece, we have this, a world map. But something's off. The entire continent of Africa has been completely repainted with the stars and stripes. It's a really jarring image, and it immediately makes you wonder, what on earth are they trying to say here? So, let's recap. We've got military power, a declaration that a whole language is dead, and a world map that's been completely redrawn. By themselves, they're just weird, but put them together, they start to tell a story. So let's figure out what that story is. So the whole narrative really kicks off by creating this set of symbols that are designed to do one thing, fuse American patriotism with this idea of overwhelming power. They're literally building a visual language. Let's go back to that first piece, the souvenir. The message gets spelled out for us. The text at the bottom isn't trying to be subtle at all. It's a declaration. Glory to the American Army. This really lays the foundation for everything else. The idea that power isn't just something you have, it's something you celebrate. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. This visual language, it starts to expand beyond just the military. Look at this. The flag isn't just a symbol for the country anymore. It's literally forming the letters for the word America, and for its language, English. The two are being mashed together until you can't separate them. So the main takeaway here, the crucial point, is that these images are creating a simple but incredibly powerful equation in your mind. National identity, the word America, is the same as the flag, and that same flag is also the same as the English language. It's this perfect little triangle where everything connects. Okay, so how does this mashing up of symbols grow into something bigger? Well, this is where the story goes from being about national identity to being a pretty radical vision for the entire planet. And this slide just perfectly captures the huge ideological jump they're making. On the left, you've got our world, right? The world as we know it, this mosaic of different countries and flags. But then, look at the right. This is their vision. A world where every single one of those nations is gone, just swallowed up and replaced by one American flag. And just in case that visual wasn't hitting you over the head hard enough, they spell it out. Right there on the image, in all caps, the whole world is America. There's no room for interpretation. It's this vision of total global unification under a single banner. But you know, a vision this huge, this audacious, it needs a story. It needs a reason. How does this new world actually happen? Well, these images give us their own version of the backstory. One version of the story sells it as destiny, like it's a prophecy that's bound to happen. This quote suggests a future where the world becomes, and I'm quoting here, English land, all because the English people are multiplying. It's presented as just inevitable. Then there's this other justification, which is totally different. This one makes this very specific but completely baseless political claim that Donald Trump actually signed a law forcing all countries to unite, and get this, it would all happen without a fight. It's an attempt to make this fantasy sound official, to give it the weight of political authority. And this whole vision is also set up as a battle of languages. On one side, you've got these declarations. Russian language is dead. Ukrainian language is dead. And on the other side, the simple statement, English is a living language. It's a zero-sum game. For English to live, it seems other languages have to die. So after looking at all these digital artifacts, what's the big picture? What's the message we've just decoded? Let's do a quick recap. We've seen how these totally separate pieces build a step-by-step argument. Step 1, you start with a big celebration of military might. Step 2, you fuse that power with the very ideas of national identity and language. Step 3, from there, you propose this massive vision of global takeover. And Step 4, you justify the whole thing with a mix of destiny and fake politics. And at the end of the day, all of these different images, all these ideas, they're all working together to build toward this one simple dynamic image, a spinning globe, totally remade. It's a concept that's so simple and visually powerful that it communicates the entire ideology in a single glance. And that really brings us to the big question, doesn't it? This whole story is built on assertions, not facts. But it's visually powerful, it's emotionally charged, and it's easy to understand. So it kind of forces us to ask, in this digital world we live in, when an idea is presented this well, with pictures, does it even need to be true to be powerful?